It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Check this out. You might have heard about it because a month ago we brought you the story of a hacking scandal surrounding online infidelity website Ashley Madison. Now, the hack of the website, whose tagline is "Life is short, have an affair," threatened to expose the personal details of 33 million users across the world unless the website was shut down.
And now hackers have actually made good on their promise to release millions of payment transactions, email addresses and phone numbers of people who were registered on the site by allegedly putting them online. Dr. Eve is here, who has used the data from the site as research for her book, Cyber Infidelity, The New Seduction, and she's joining us in studio to talk about the potential fallout from this release. Dr. Eve, it's so good to have you in studio today.
Yes, nice to be here, Leigh-anne.
Wow, I must say, I think that there's a lot of people that's stressing right now about what could potentially happen. But tell us, what is the fallout and potential damage to families and, lives if this information does get released?
It's released, and every single day I hear more information throughout the world about the impact that it's had on families and children, as well as the individuals as well. This is a site that it came to South Africa 3 years ago, so people joined up because they were curious. It didn't mean that they were unhappy in their marriages. In fact, my research showed that these were people who are actually happily married and went online because it was available, because it is available. And it's not only Ashley Madison. Anyone on Facebook, on Twitter account or Instagram has an ability to get into that process of cyber chatting, cyber flirting, cyber sexting, until eventually you're meeting offline, and then people would define that as in real life infidelity because we're familiar with that. It's kind of bodily exchanges of fluids and it's kind of having real sex. But what happens over here now is that people are searching for their partners' names and finding their partners have signed up, and immediately think and suspect and define that as being infidelity. So it really depends on what each person in a relationship defines as infidelity. The fallout is tremendous because it may be that one person just sees that their partner has a profile up and they say, okay, that means that you're cheating on me. Somebody else will say, okay, you've got a profile, but what does that mean? Were you just curious, or did you actually do anything?
But that's the next question. So where do you draw the line? Because some people joined out of curiosity, some people joined because they really wanted to do something, and now people are saying it's karma. You shouldn't have been there in the first place. So where does one draw the line? Is it just a personal definition of what infidelity is to you?
Completely, and that's what my book is about, is giving people an ability, a tool, to learn what cyber infidelity is, and then to actually have a conversation with each other to avoid this incredible pain of discovery, because any infidelity is defined by secrecy. So the moment that there's a secret, somebody goes into this place and they say, I'm signing up, or I'm chatting, or I'm flirting, the other partner's going to find that out and they will say, well, you're keeping a secret from me. And that's what hurts actually more than the stuff. The problem is the pain of infidelity or cyber infidelity is way worse than the pain of just regular infidelity.
Really?
Yeah, because you've got a device in your hand where you really feel like you've got an intimate relationship with this device, and it's very private. So people say, this is my private life. It's not a secret I'm keeping from you, it's my privacy, and I'm entitled to privacy. So the pain, what I call it's more than double and triple the effect of the pain compared to real-life infidelity, is that when you find this device, you're reading the text messages or you're seeing the images that your partner sent to somebody or many other people, and you think, oh my goodness, he or she talks like that to me in real life, and here they're having the same conversation with somebody else. So that's incredibly painful. And then this partner who is in bed with you kind of isn't really interested in being sexual, or is kind of having pedestrian, regular, routine sex, which most people do. But online, they've got the actual visual evidence of the kind of sex that they're having with somebody else or other people, which they've never had with them. So it's very painful. And then in real-life infidelity, we go into a process of how do we reestablish trust again, which means that you can kick the person out. But how do you control the device that somebody's got in their hands all the time?
Very interesting question.
Now, you mentioned a little bit earlier on that some users just went online because they were inquisitive, or they wanted to find out. We've actually got Sean on the line from Gauteng. Sean, good morning. Welcome to Expresso. What's your question for Dr. Eve?
Good morning. Well, my thing about that is that I believe that if you're just inquisitive, surely you're going to say to your partner, let's have a look at this together. And in my view, I think it's deceptive, the way that they've been going about it. Wow. I think to be faithful is highly important in any relationship, and I think that's just plain deceptive. If you had your partner at the same time as you are, you wouldn't feel like you were doing anything wrong.
That's a very, very valid statement that you're making there. So why not inform your partner? And if you're curious, let's be curious together.
That's what when you imagine. But then you get into a situation with relationships, you say, well, I have a right to privacy, and I don't think I am cheating. It comes down to that I don't think I'm committing infidelity. Yeah. When I asked my people, my respondents, which were from Ashley Madison, actually, do they think that their partner would define this as infidelity? Most of them said no. They don't think their partner would define it as infidelity if they caught them online, if they were cyber flirting, if they were cyber sexting. They definitely would find it infidelity if they were sending naked photos of themselves, and also if they went offline to meet. And all of my respondents, and there were 620,000 of them, said, definitely my partner would define it as infidelity if I actually went and had sexual activity with a person. So we're all clear on what that is, but the rest is kind of fuzzy for us still.
We are going to take a quick break, but our lines are open, 0839133728, to continue this chat about relationships and cheating. And I want Dr. Eve to think about this. Should there be privacy in a relationship? We'll talk about that after the break.
That's right, we are talking about that after the break. Also, one of the finalists from the Samro International Scholarship Competition performs for us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be right back after the break.